All right, what is up, everybody? What's going on, my fantastic students? What is crack-a-lackin', folks? Anyway, this is your week 2 announcement. I'm going to try to, it may not happen every week, but my goal is every week is to sort of package and seal the weekly contents that I put in there on the folder with sort of a icing on the cake video. So like I said, I try not to make promises I can't keep. So I'm going to try to do it every week, but it may not be an every week thing. But anyway, welcome to week 2. The first thing you need to do is to watch this week 2 video, because like I said, I kind of want to just sort of set it up and go over a few things. If you see me looking off to the side, it's because I've got the split screen going on here. So I just want to make sure that, I spent a good amount of time setting everything up, and I just want to make sure that I cover everything. So the week 2 folder is entitled Week 2, It's On You, and it is on you. And each week I'll come up with like a little, catchy thing to kind of keep the motivation going, because that's important, among entrepreneurs, is just to keep the motivation going. So first step is watch my welcome video. Oh, by the way, I'm not in just like a t-shirt. This is my company right here. Since we're doing entrepreneurship, right, live and in person, but this is my Supernatural Life Coach. That's my business. That's my logo. We'll talk more about, establishing your brand when we get into the marketing component. But logos are very important. This logo costs a lot of money, and as yours should too. You want to present quality, and it took about 6 months worth of focus groups. We'll talk about all that at another time. I don't want to deviate, but anyway, so the reason why I had you guys submit what's your why is because as we start to build, or as you guys start to build your business plans, it's important to know what your why is. It's important to know what your purpose is, what your vision is, what your mission is. And I'm going to talk about this a little more. So the first thing that you are going to do after watching this video, and then I'm going to go further down to the why and everything. I just stopped for a second because I wanted to think about how I want to roll this out. So the first thing you're going to want to do, I said that about 500 times already, huh? I think I'm wired on too much coffee and tea. I had my quadruple shot of espresso this morning, and then I had a second cup of vanilla coffee, and now I'm finishing up with my 3 different flavors of tea in the cup. So I think that's about enough for tonight. But anyway, after you watch this welcome video, you want to step 2 is you want to complete the week 2 discussion post, okay? And you could either do that by going to the discussion board. I added a new thread called week 2, or you go to the you can go right inside this week 2, it's on you, and I provided a discussion, week 2 discussion. So it's both those places, both those areas will take you to the same discussion link. I've got a 15-minute video there by Larry. I just had it. Hold on. Let me click over here. Woo! It's been a day. Woo! It's been a day. Here we go. Larry Smith. He's an economist. He's a funny guy. If you like dry humor, he's a funny guy. If you don't like dry humor, it's all right. You're going to stretch yourself and grow in that area. Why you will fail to have a great career. Now you're saying, wow, Gargano, really? Like you're the life coach, and you're the life coach, dude. You're the entrepreneur, dude. You're the life coach, dude. You're the pastor and the author, and you select a video for us to watch on why you will fail to have a great career. Now, obviously, if I really believe that you would fail to have a great career, then I wouldn't have selected this video. And actually, if Larry Smith really believed that you were going to fail to have a great career, I'm sure that he wouldn't come across that way or me. But I say that to say it's a catchy title, because a lot of people, more people than you think, fail to have a great career. And he really talks about why you will fail to have a great career. And then he talks about unless. unless. See, and that's where I live on. I live in the world of unless, which is the world of taking risks, and sometimes those risks pay off, other times they don't, but they always pay off in the end. And what I've learned from that, entrepreneurs, right? You got to take risks. So unless, I think it's a really great video. And again, he does says a lot of thought-provoking things. So anyway, you're going to watch this video. You click. I turned the title into a clickable link. So you click on it, it'll take you to the 15-minute video. You want to watch the video, and then you want to answer the 2 questions in a post. You want to post a narrative. You want to respond in these 2 questions. What did you learn from this video that you will take away and apply to your professional endeavors? Okay, and then the second is how you will avoid your if only and reach success with your unless. And you'll understand what this means once you watch the video. Okay, and you're gonna phrase it as sort of as a discussion post. You say, so you say, what I really learned from this video that I'm going to take away is ... and this is why and this is how. And then you're going to say, what I really learned about is I'm struggling with some if onlys myself. So the way I want to resolve the if onlys is by working on X, Y, and Z, so that I will reach success with my unless. So unless I do this, then I'm going to be stuck here. So does that kind of make sense? But here's the other thing. You want to respond to at least 2 of your classmates. Now, I went easy on you guys with the introductions, okay? You guys in the introductions were supposed to respond to at least 2 classmates, and a lot of you did not, and you know who you are who did, but I wanted to go easy on you with the first. This was kind of therapeutic. I'll do it again. With the first week, I wanted to kind of go easy on you, but this week, y'all, you need to respond to at least 2 of your classmates in a meaningful, productive, responsive, positivity, constructive way. Respond to 2 of your classmates. Because remember, your discussion posts take the place of us being in an actual seated class having these types of conversations. If y'all were in my Business 139 seated class, we'd be having conversations in that hour and 15 minutes 2 times a week. So this takes the place of that. The other thing is, look, stop, do not. Discussion posts are professional deliverables, folks. Y'all, you're killing me with the writing your discussion post like you're texting somebody. Don't do that. And I didn't take anything off for the first one. I was just like, it was painful with all the lowercase i's and the punctuation. Oh my goodness. As a business owner, I'm telling you, don't do that. You want to strive for excellence. If you want to text that way, and I don't even text that way, I try to even still keep my texting, I'm old school though, correct, with correct punctuation and periods and stuff like that. But I say this to say, I almost said family. I'm almost in pastor mode here, family or life coaching mode. Students, I say this to say your discussion posts need to be professional. It is a professional communication that you're writing. You have verbal professional communication and you have written professional communication. And I realize I'm having a little fun with you guys because I like to have fun in the videos. But seriously, when you're delivering something, you have to deliver. Your deliverable has to be quality and professional. When you guys are writing, I want you guys to write professionally, okay? So keep the punctuation where it needs to be. And keep the grammar, the syntax, and semantics where it needs to be. Okay, so you want to respond to that. You want to respond to your week 2 discussion post. You want to watch the video. You want to respond to the 2 questions, and then respond to. You see, you got a 2 theme going here to keep it simple, and then respond to at least 2 of your classmates on that. All right, and then what you're going to do is you're going to complete the chapter 2 prep found in this folder. It's just, I try to keep it real straightforward, multiple choice and true and false. Now, here's the other thing you're going to do. Then you're going to complete the essay assignment found in this folder. It's your business, okay? This is the first step in building your business plan, all right? that 18 to 21 page business plan that I told you not to freak out about, I don't want you to freak out about it. We're going to build it week by week, okay? But I want each and every one of you to actually create and write a business plan that you actually will use to be able to start a business. What is the point of taking this class if you're not going to walk away with a plan that's viable, that you could even take to the bank for possible funding? Or if you don't need the funding, you still need a plan, because guess what? 60% of new businesses fail within the first 2 years for one of two reasons. Either they run out of cash, which is a planning issue, or they haven't planned properly, so things that came up they didn't plan for, and as a result, they're unsuccessful. So I want you to use the time in this class to do something valuable. Why create a business plan if you're not going to do anything with it? I want every single one of you here to actually start a business, whether it's a full-time business or a part-time business, okay? And so your business plan is a for real. It's a for real deal. It's an actual deliverable that you're going to write, because then you're going to start a business. So what I want you to do is I want you to complete that. I want a Word document, and in there I have all. When you click on the assignment, I've got what I want from here. I want the name of your business. I want to know if you're selling goods or services or both, and what are those goods or services. Then I want one paragraph on your vision statement for your business and the mission statement. Okay, type it up. 1-page Word doc, but obviously it's not going to be a full page. You'll have, this is the name of my business, and then, the next sentence you'll have, a couple of sentences, 2-3 sentences, a paragraph of these are the goods or services or both that you're selling, and a little bit about them. A paragraph for your vision statement and a paragraph for your mission statement. And then you submit it. Here's the thing. I want to know what it is that your business is about. And then I may reach out to you to try to ask. You may get an email from me or something saying, hey, we need to have it in like a face-to-face conversation. You can either stop by my office during my office hours, or we can Zoom in. Zoom is software I use. It's virtual software. So I can see you, you can see me. We could have a conversation. And the vast majority of you, know what you want to do. But for those of you who don't know what you want to do, that is A-okay. Then guess what? You're going to have a conversation with me. You're going to say, Professor G, I don't know what in the world I want to do or what I want to start. And then I'm going to say, you know what? That's an awesome place to be, because then you and I together are going to take this amazing opportunity to figure out what it is you want to start. And one of my gifts is by having a conversation with you, I'm going to be able to sort of pull things out of the conversation we're having that can be great proposals for your business. I'm almost done wrapping this up. Give me a few more minutes. Hey, you got to think about it. You're not actually this is your classroom, right? Your virtual classroom. So is that clear? So getting back now all the way to why I said, what is your why? Your why is very important. If you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, then your what is not going to be as meaningful or is as impactful as it is. And a lot of times, and I didn't push back on a number of you, but I will as we go throughout the semester, a number of your whys were good, and I enjoyed reading them. I want to push you a little bit to go deeper and find a deeper why, because some of your whys are still what's, okay? And if this is confusing to you, that is A-okay, because we're all seeking clarity. For example, okay, so what do I do? Okay, so I told you guys a little bit about what I do, right? So I'm a business owner, right? I actually have 2 businesses. I have two for-profit businesses, and I have a nonprofit business that I founded. You can't by law own a nonprofit. So I started it, I founded it, and I run it, a nonprofit. My nonprofit is I work with at-risk youth in a variety of ways. You guys already know what my businesses are. I think I mentioned it. One of my businesses is a professional life coaching and business consulting. My other business that I have, actually, I work with specifically doing consulting for churches and nonprofit organizations. That's a separate business. My Supernatural Life Coach Incorporated is actually an S corporation. We'll talk a little bit more later on down the road as far as types and forms of business ownership, because you need to know what form of business ownership you're going to endeavor on. My second business is a sole proprietorship. And my third one, like I said, it's a nonprofit, so I can't own it, but that actually has its own separate called 501c3. So I have my businesses. I'm also, as I said to you guys, I'm a pastor. I'm an author, and I write, I write articles. I'm a professional writer. So these are all my whats, right? All these things I just mentioned are my whats, but these whats had to come from a why. So my why that weaves a common theme throughout my whats is people development, right? So I really have a passion for helping to develop people. Now that could be a why, right? But then you want to ask the question, but why do you care about people? What does it matter? You can just as easily not have a passion for developing people. So it's almost like, you could just do something and not help develop people, right? So the why that I thought was a why, well, there's actually a deeper why. So why is it that I want to help people? I want to help people because I had people in my life believe in me the way I needed to be believed. And that helped me tremendously in understanding, getting a better understanding of who I was, that I had value, and that I had a lot to offer and contribute. So because it mattered to people, that I mattered to them, that I was successful, and because I had people in my life that believed in me the way I needed them to believe in, that, boom, drop the mic, is my why, my big why. And there's a bigger why, but for the scope of this course, we'll leave the bigger why out of this, for the scope of this course. It has to do, well, I can't, I felt funny saying leave it out because it has to do with my faith as the bigger why and the larger why and the larger purpose. But like I said, for the purposes of this course, we'll just leave it at that. I can't, I don't feel good about leaving the big guy out of my why, because the big guy is a very, very intricate part of my why. But that being said, I want to keep it the way it is, to keep it is. But my faith in the big guy is really the reason for my big why. And then again, the people coming into my life for and helping to believe in me the way I needed to be believed in is important to me. So I feel that it's important to be able to help people step into the best version of themselves that they can be. So that's important. So I kind of wanted to clarify a little bit on what is your why, because it's important that you understand what your why is. And even if you don't fully understand it, have a good grasp of your why, and make sure you keep backing up to the bigger why, because then everything you do, all of your whats need to come forth from your why. And that includes your vision statement. Your business vision statement should actually pour forth from your personal vision statement, and that should be, what is it that you want the outcome of your life to be? What is your vision for your life? What do you want the outcome for your life to be? And then off of that vision comes the what of your why, which is your business. It's an extension of your why. And then the mission statement is, how are you going to fulfill your what? So the vision is the what, and the mission is the how. Now, this is what I say to folks. Do not write your what from the lens of your how, or you will limit your what. What do I mean by that? Your what is, what do you want the outcome of your life to be? Like I said, it has to be huge. It has to be ginormous. It has to be so big that it scares you. And then you've got a vision statement going on. When that vision statement is so big that it scares you and you don't know how in the world you're going to do the what, that's awesome. And that's what I'm talking about. But if you write that what from the lens of, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Then that's going to limit your what. Okay? So in business, we call it reverse engineering, which means you write the end result first, and then you reverse engineer backwards, and then you fill in the steps. So you write your what first, the what is your vision, or what do you want the outcome of your life to be, which includes your business outcome. and then you backtrack, and then you fill in the blank with your how. So your how will come after the what. It sounds like the putting the cart before the horse, but it's not really, because again, if you write your what from the perspective of your how, you risk limiting your what, and then you'll backtrack some more and write some goals. So that being said, I'm at 20 minutes. You guys know what you need to do. So get going. Like I said, if you need to set up either a virtual Zoom, we could do that during my office hours. You just need to email me and let me know what we want to do, or you can stop in during my office hours, physically on campus. And that being said, y'all have a great day, great evening, great afternoon, whenever you see this. So you guys get ready, get set, get to it.